Hi, Butch.
Morning, Evan.
Uh, just a quick lineup question. You're hitting Young fifth and on opening day, and Miller's your DH. What were your thought behind those two little lineup moves there?
Well, I'll start with Josh. I mean, what a great spring he had. I've had him fifth, for the most part this spring. He's gone sixth, even seventh, but I just like him in that five hole. You look at the swing, how well he's been playing, and that played a big part in it. Now we're very flexible in our 5, 6, 7 hole hitters. I know that. So anyway, he's got that spot today. Now with Miller's, he's been swinging the bat well. I'm going to try to keep everybody involved. So this makes sense to me today. Let him have it. Of course, you got Mitch as an option. I've talked to Mitch. He's going to catch the next game and DH the third game. So it's about keeping all of them involved and keep them going.
And then the second question, which probably should have been the first, we asked you all spring, if you were excited about getting back in. Well, opening day is here. What's your level of excitement, anxiety, nerves?
Oh, it's up there. That never changes. This is my 26th year, but you take 3 years off, and that raises the excitement. And as a fan, I loved it. Watching opening day, and that made me miss being in the dugout even more. So to be back. You're even more grateful and appreciate it. You're anxious, a little nervous. You don't sleep that much the night before thinking of things that you need to get done or talk about. But anyway, it's a big day. You worked 7 weeks to get to this point, so the players, all of us, we're anxious to get it going.
One other lineup question, but the outfield configuration, how did you come to that decision with Adolis in center and Josh Smith in left and right?
Yeah, I just love the way Josh is swinging the bat and the job he did in left field. So we looked at the flexibility we have with Dolly, and so I talked to him about playing center field. I know it was late, but he played a lot of center last year, so we got a couple games for him before we did this. And of course, Grossman, he's played a lot of right field, so it really was pretty easy to do. Does free up a couple speed guys on the bench too if we need them late in the ball game.
Obviously, you've done this for a long time, but when you get to have those conversations with guys like Zeke or Bubba, you get to tell them they made the team. How exciting is that for you still?
It's the best part of the game. This time of year is the worst and the best part of the game. Obviously, with some of the moves you have to make and guys that don't make the club, especially that last cut. It's tough. Those are hard conversations, but, to tell guys that they made the club, because there's a lot of pressure on them. I've been there. We've all been there. But it's the best part of the game, and the most enjoyable part is that moment.
Bruce, you said that, obviously the 3 years off. What were you doing on opening day last year?
I was watching games. Yeah,
You were at home?
Yes, I was at home and watching games. Looking forward to watching games too. I'm still working. Doing some things in the minor leagues, but I took that day to watch. The games on opening day. Again, it's. I'm a fan too when I'm not managing, and so it's a fun day, and it's just that day is so much hope and optimism. It's just we're all in first place. It's a great day.
Bruce, getting back to Josh, he is a rookie. This is his first opening day. How do you?
Which Josh?
Young, sorry.
I'm sorry.
How do you keep him from? There are high expectations. How do you help him deal with expectations?
Yeah, I don't know if he needs help. Trust me. You watch him how he played this spring. I'm sure coming into spring training, he probably felt a little pressure, but just the way he played, I could see that he was relaxed, had that sense of belonging, that he should be here, and. But to add to that, that's part of our job to make sure that he knows, we're behind him, and hey, have some fun. Just just do your thing out there, and let's keep it simple with them. We're not putting any added pressure on them. Really, the only thing I told them early in the spring is, hey, in our game, the hitting comes and goes, but the one area you need to be consistent at is third base, and he's played great third base. So I've been very, very pleased with his play.
Hey, Bruce, Leslie McCaslin. I'm just curious, 20-something years in, do you have a routine that you still do as a manager? Does your hat have to be a certain way? Do you eat the same breakfast? Like, what is your routine before you start?
Yeah, I do. Not the whole day because today's there's a lot going on. But I come in and do a little cardio just to get going. That's kind of my deal. And then after BP is when my routine starts. I like to take 15, 20 minutes. Usually it's within a half hour before the game where I go through the game and every scenario, whatever, to make sure I'm covering all my bases and have these guys ready. Make sure I touch base with all the coaches. We've had our meetings already, but just make sure we haven't left something out. But that's pretty much my routine.
Hey, Boch, so when three of your 5 starters didn't allow an earned run in spring training, is there anything that you can take from that, or because it's spring training, you just have to kind of leave that behind?
Well, I think the one thing you take from it is how talented they are. Even though spring training, they're still competitive. I was talking to Greg Maddox about that, how he got ready for spring training. He goes, I pitch to get guys out, and that never changes. Some guys may say, hey, I'm going to work on a certain pitch or trying to come up with another pitch, but, they still want to go out there and compete, and so it shows you how competitive they are to go out there and do what they did this spring.
And then just to follow that up a little, what are you expecting from Jacob today?
Just to be himself out there. Obviously, we had to slow play him a little bit early, so when we get 4 or 5 innings in that area, we would be happy with that.
I was about to ask about Jacob, so still 65 pitches or so?
In that area, yeah. Again, depending how the innings go, things like that, there's some variables involved.
So was there any point that you, I don't know, woke up in the middle of the night and said, oh my God, I forgot to take care of this spring, or was there anything that caused any anxiety?
I woke up, a couple of times, but I wouldn't say anxiety so much, just I think the anticipation of the game, but also, making sure that, we're prepared, all the way. But not one thing I can't remember, to be honest. It's like you wake up and don't remember a dream or something, so I can't think
But
of
you
what.
didn't have a dream where you went to the mound to call on a right-hander and use
No.
your arm or anything like
No,
that?
no.
How did you leave things with your relievers about roles and duties and things like that?
Yeah. Just kind of talked about, what we're looking at as we start the season, just so they have an idea and make sure they know what I'm thinking, so, to help them prepare. Now, the roles aren't quite as defined, maybe as much as they used to be, but, we're in a unique position here. We got 3 closers that have had a lot of success, but, I think you look at Leclerc, he would be the guy today. We'd let him know that, and, with Johnny and Will Smith and Kennedy and Burke, and I don't want to leave somebody out, but, they're all guys that we will be using, in later innings or high leverage situations. Now, we do have a day off tomorrow, so I did let them know, all hands on deck, today because, we have a day off tomorrow.
I just wanted to ask about Ian Kennedy, just because we didn't talk to you yesterday. This is the second time he's come in to Rangers camp on a minor league deal and earned a spot. What do you like about him, and how did he earn a spot?
I'm sorry, who?
Ian Kennedy.
Oh, Ian, yeah. Well, you start with the success and experience that he has. He's comfortable pitching and late in the game, closing games. He's going to be good for the staff, with his leadership and it's funny. I had a picture of for quite a few years Bumgardner. He really looks up to Ian and told me how much he's helped him. So hey, that's a big part of this game too. So I think he's going to make our bullpen better. He gives us flexibility down there, whether it's the sixth inning or we need him late in the ball game. So anyway, and the stuff's still there. He's still throwing the ball very well.
Hey, Coach. Madison Hawk, Valley Sports. You mentioned that a big reason you wanted to be with the Rangers was the excitement and the passion that Chris Young has. Now he's a former player of yours. You're back on an opening day together. What have your conversations been like with CY today and just the excitement that you two share and the bond that you have?
Yeah, he came in today. He's really, really excited, trust me. And he gave us all a nice card, just thanking everybody for a good spring training and looking forward to the season. That's CY. He's just so appreciative of, the people that work for him. And he lets you know. And but you can see him smiling and very excited. I'm sure he's got some nerves going too. But he just cares about everybody, and that comes across all the time with him. If there's something you need, he's always asking. So we're lucky to have him.
Hey, Bruce, Jalen Smoot. Obviously, there's a lot of buzz and excitement surrounding opening day, but do you think it fires up your team a little bit more starting the season against the defending NL champions, and maybe as they have a chance to, kind of establish themselves as a playoff contender and maybe make a statement on the first game?
Yeah, well, I think they know we have to play our best ball. So, to your point, we know it's going to be a tough series, and we need to execute, make our pitches and things like that because we are playing the defending National League champions. So, I probably say that's fair. These guys are excited to play such a good team to start the season.
Everybody set? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.